Getting another breaking input from Karnataka where tensions have gripped Karnataka's Mandya after allegedly stones were pelted at a Ganesh idol procession near a dargah on Mysuru Road. Now, reports suggested that during the altercation, a few miscreants allegedly started pelting stones at the procession. Curfew has been imposed in the area, and Harish continues to stay with us on the broadcast. Harish, help us understand what triggered the stone pelting incident and who were the miscreants involved.
Well, this was a Ganesha procession that was being taken for the idol to be immersed in a nearby tank. And that is where altercation took place in Nagamangla town, in fact. And later on, the procession and the people who were part of this procession started to protest outside the police station, seeking action against those who pelted stones at the Ganesha idol procession. That's when there was a standoff of sorts, and miscreants started to pelt stones. They tried to vandalize a few shops and bikes that were on the road, and they've also set on fire a few shops and led to arson and vandalism in Nagamangla town. This was late last night, after which prohibitory orders have been put in place. And right now, the situation is returning to normalcy. Additional forces have been deployed from nearby Mysuru as well, and schools and colleges have been shut. Police saying that they've already rounded up more than 46 people who they believe were part of this arson and vandalism that took place yesterday. More people likely to be detained.
Right, Harish, help us also understand how many people were actually injured or arrested in this entire altercation, and what measures are being taken by the authorities on the ground to maintain peace and prevent further such clashes in the area.
Well, thankfully, no serious injuries. Few people who were part of the procession and a couple of police constables have sustained minor injuries. They've been treated at a nearby hospital. But additional forces have been deployed right now. More than 4 people can't gather at any spot in Nelmangla police station limits right now because of the prohibitory orders. They've also moved in additional forces. 46 people who have been picked up right now. More people likely to be picked up. Once there is concrete evidence, the police perhaps will show the arrest. This number is likely to go up. There are CCTV grabs now that are showing people who have vandalized one of the showrooms, a bike showroom, we are told, in Nelmangla town. So the police saying they are working on all these leads, footage from their cameras, from the CCTVs. They have identified a few people, and they are confident that by the end of the day, they would have everyone who is part of this tension that took place in Nagamangla.
Right, Harish, I'll request you to stay with us on broadcast as BJP's S. Prakash is also joining us on the broadcast. Mr. Prakash, a very good morning and thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. Well, we've been tracking reports of stone pelting incidents in the area. What are your party's stance and thoughts on this?
No, it is a pre-planned violence engineered by certain Gunda elements. And a Ganesh Chaturthi procession passes through Eidgah. How can they indulge in violence? Don't we have the rights to observe our own religious faith? And they are all very well known. The state government in Karnataka does not act against them. They have a free hand, and those who are arrested also will be released very shortly with no cases booked against them. It is this attitude of the government is responsible for many of the communal tensions in the state. They should give free hand to the police. Whoever is involved in the violence must be booked, and peace must be established. It is very sad. Hindus are always on the target, and they have to bear the brunt of the government kid glove attitude towards their vote bank.
Mr. Prakash, you just pointed out that the government in power is not willingly taking steps against the miscreants. Why do you think that the government is not taking strong action against the miscreants involved in such instances, and instead of imposing curfew on the entire area?
No, it is because they believe they are the vote bank. They vote them. It is because of them they have come to power. They believe they don't want to antagonize them. It is this policy only responsible for the Rameswaram blast also. They had even planned to blast the BJP office in Malleshwaram. several such incidents have taken place in the last 1.5 years. They associate with the SDP to gain some power in Bhatkal municipal corporation. Such elements are entertained by the Congress party. What can the people of Karnataka expect from this government? The appeasement party is responsible for this, and I am certain they don't take any stringent action against the culprits who have indulged in violence, who have destroyed the public property.
Right, Mr. Prakash, but it is also indicated that there was some kind of an external influence on this incitement that took place that also contributed to the entire incident. What are your thoughts on this?
Whatever may be the instigation, they have no right to indulge in violence. Throw petrol bombs, burn showrooms, destroy public property. Nobody has any right, either a Muslim or a Hindu. Let an impartial inquiry take place. Whoever is involved in this, who behind this, must be punished.
Right, Mr. Prakash, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast. Now, joining us on the broadcast is Congress's Sankara Guha. A very good morning, Mr. Guha. Thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. Mr. Guha, we just heard BJP's S. Prakash say that the government in power is deliberately not taking any actions against the miscreants. What is your stance? What is your and your party's stance on this statement that is coming in from the opposition leaders?
If he is playing politics on such an issue, then I will have to question him on the Manipur riots. So, the government will certainly take action on whoever has done this. There is no protection to any antisocial element, whether he is a Muslim, Hindu, or a Christian, or any caste or creed. Lawlessness has no caste, creed, color, or religion. They will be dealt with strictly. People of this country need not worry about that. I think the BJP should concentrate on setting things right in Manipur. Karnataka is safe. We are going to punish these whoever is behind this. The government will take cognizance of this particular incident, and I'm sure we will punish the culprits.
Right, Mr. Guha. Thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. Well, that was Congress's Sankara Guha suggesting that Karnataka is pretty safe, while on the other hand, BJP is questioning the government's inability to maintain law and order as a result of its own incompetence or complicity. Now, let's take a look at some more political reactions on this report.
25ಕ್ಕೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಅಂಗಡಿಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಬಳಸಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹಾಕಿರೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಕೃತ್ಯ ಪೂರ್ವಯೋಜಿತ ಕೃತ್ಯ. ಕಳೆದ ವರ್ಷವೂ ಕೂಡ ಗಣೇಶೋತ್ಸವದ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಗಲಭೆ ನಡೆಸುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಪೂರ್ವ ಸಿದ್ಧತೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಗಲಭೆ ನಡೆಸಿರೋದು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮುಂಜಾಗ್ರತಾ ಕ್ರಮ ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳದೇ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ನಿರ್ಲಕ್ಷ್ಯ. ಮತಾಂಧರಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಭಾವನೆ ಇರುವ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಮತಾಂಧತೆಯ ಕೃತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮನಸೋ ಇಚ್ಛೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಆಗ್ರಹಿಸ್ತೇನೆ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಗಣಪತಿ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಲ್ಲು ತೂರಾಟ ನಡೆಸಿದವರಿಗೆ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಆದಿದೈವ ಗಣೇಶನ ಅಪಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದವರಿಗೆ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬಾಂಬ್ ಬಳಸಿ ಗಲಭೆ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಸುವ ಸಂಚು ನಡೆಸಿದವರಿಗೆ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು 25ಕ್ಕೂ ಅಂಗಡಿಗಳನ್ನು ಸುಟ್ಟವರಿಗೆ. ಅದರ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ಗಣೇಶೋತ್ಸವದ ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆಯ ನೇತೃತ್ವವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿ ಪೊಲೀಸರ ನಿಷ್ಕ್ರಿಯತೆಯನ್ನು ಖಂಡಿಸಿ ನ್ಯಾಯ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಬಂಧಿಸಿ ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ದೌರ್ಜನ್ಯ ನಡೆಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇದು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಲಾರದ ಅಪರಾಧ.